Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की बालग्नो वृदितास्त्रा बालहत्या हता प्रवः बालहत्या व्रतं चेरुः ब्रह्मणे यद निरूपितम् यमुनायां महाराज स्मरन्त्यो द्विजभूषितम् Queen Krutiduti's co-wives who had poisoned the child were very much ashamed and they all lost all their bodily luster. While lamenting, O king, they remembered the instruction of Angira and gave the ambition to bear children. Following the direction of the Brahmana, they went to the bank of the Yamuna where they bathed and atoned for their sinful activities. They bathe and atone for their sinful activities. So, generally today people do not understand this. Sometimes Prabhupada used to laugh. What is this? Modern education. Because the only thing that happens in the modern education is that girls learn, Prabhupada says, how to abort the child. how to illicit sex and how to abort the child. This is education. What education? Kind of education is this? So dangerous. And person gets severe reaction for this. Very, very severe reaction, punishment for this. But today is very common. Now these women who are the co-wives of Krita Dviti had poisoned the child, and nobody knew, but they knew what they did. And after the child was awakened by Narada and he gave wonderful spiritual instruction, they felt so ashamed. On a material platform, they had done such a heinous crime, correct? Just by some envy, they had murdered somebody. So they felt very sad for their activity, and what did they do? They went for prayashita, and after prayashita, they protected. Now in Kali Yuga, there is no need expected of this other prayashita marga apart from the work of Krishna consciousness. But then properly you should not repeat it. You cannot repeat it. Okay, you are not knowing, somehow or another, you are killing the child either directly or through some gynecologist, which is common today. Correct? Main surgery they do is killing child only. 1/3 of the pregnancies are aborted. That is what a huge business it is. So you done it and you did not know, and now you are stuck in a situation. So you take shelter of the Lord to be pardoned. But then you cannot do it with the same intention. Okay, now one more time I will do, because Lord is very merciful. After that I will chant Hare Krishna. Just like I told you the joke. The person, what he used to do, he used to smoke. And after that he used to chant to kill the effect. Then he used to smoke. And again chant to kill the effect. He used to test how many rounds are needed to cut the effect of smoking. Now don't use the Lord like that. Lord refused to be used like this. But if you have done a mistake accidentally or without knowledge, we can go to the Lord and beg forgiveness. And the process for that, there is no need of artificial prayashitas by this brahmanas. Rather, one can directly engage in devotional service to be relieved from that. But the condition, don't do it again. So the wives of yesterday we were thinking, who is instructing? Not Narada. The child was instructing. The child. Child of Chitriketu. He was instructing everybody. And he was given the knowledge, definitely by Narada, how he had so much spiritual knowledge. And he was awakened to consciousness so that he can speak. My dear Narada, Narada said, where are you, bhai sir? He woke him up. Your parents are crying. Which parents are that? I had so many parents, so many lives. That's how he speaks in a little philosophical way. Then after that he develops, and it says that all the king and his wife Krita Dviti, they did something very wonder after hearing the child. They gave up the attachment, affection for the child, which is Prabhupada says impossible to do. You cannot give up affection to a child like this. So now this is coming back to the practice of abortion. It's very, very boring. And natural family planning. Family planning means actually abortion by the government of India. Right? Somehow don't have the child. Somehow block the whole thing. But not self-restraint, which is only the best way. The other way will lead to some self-inactivity. You feel we have enough population in India, suppose. Okay. Then people do not produce child without accepting the responsibility. There is a responsibility every father, mother has to develop the child in Krishna consciousness. That's a responsibility. And you cannot do the responsibility, don't give birth to the child. That is natural family planning. Not artificial. Here these are all artificial techniques. You give birth, somehow kill the child by some medication. Properly, this is sinful. Somebody asks this question, how do you say that this is sinful? By consciously they are engaging in sex, husband and wife. It is sinful. Why it is sinful? Because natural product of husband and wife meeting together is a child. And you break the whole thing by using contraceptives in so many ways. So then people want to enjoy these pleasures without having the care to take the responsibility. But that's not the way world is. You want happiness, you have to pay for it. And the pay for it means have a children and then raise them. So many difficulties. And therefore ideal Grihastha means who gives up having sex except for bearing a child. That's the ideal grihastha. So anyway, so this is how this is constituted, and Prabhupada said there is no sense. No sense of the society actually. That it has to stop. Like animals don't do these funny things. Artha. Animals want basic some resources for their happiness, and they are happy after that. An animal is there, you give him some food, he'll eat the food and he'll sleep. Peacefully all day he'll sleep in the sun. Then he'll get ready when there is the next meal. But human beings have some kama, they have some desires, material desires. So they are differently situated. In the beginning, Chitraketu has asked for material desires. Correct? He is also in a lower kind of dharma. The person asks certain basic facilities, amenities from the Lord, one level. Okay. It's not the highest. Sometimes you can go to the Lord also to ask. So basically people ask for the material facilities for enjoyment. A little more they progress, but they are asking the Lord, there is a bhakti, tinge of bhakti. The next level, these are all in Rajoguna, Tamoguna, and Sattoguna. When a person reaches, he doesn't ask for these material facilities, he asks for moksha. But because he is also guna, Sattva-guna, he cannot become nirguna by that. To become nirguna is something different. So this he wants some knowledge, and by he want to understand he is not the body. I think the life is successful by that. No, life is not successful. It is just spiritual life has just begun. When you accept Krishna consciousness, what has happened? Spiritual life has just begun. But there is a tinge of bhakti also here, because you have to meditate on the Paramatma, because without long sanction nothing can happen. Without his sanction you cannot even get moksha. That has to be granted by him. Then by cultivating a Sattva-guna, you can come to the Jnana level, or you can get moksha by prayer to the Lord, by enjoying the material sense under control of the dharma, you get Karma Yoga, and that is Jnana Yoga. Or Bhakti Yoga is something else. How do you get Bhakti? It is not within the three modes. Where do you get Bhakti? Like Narada is giving Bhakti to Chitraketu. A devotee has to give you. And by serving devotee, please the devotees, and they can bless you with Bhakti. They wish well for you. Oh, very nice. I wish well for you. That they may say, not say it from the heart, they wish well. Therefore, devotees are very important, because from there we get Bhakti. Where do you get Bhakti? You get from devotees. And what is Bhakti? Bhakti is a devotion to the Lord, faith in the Lord. But it's totally transcendental. It's beyond the three modes of material nature. So it cannot be understood by any material senses. It's totally difficult to understand. Prabhupada said, therefore, very nice statement. This movement is not easy to understand, because it's a totally spiritual movement. Because bhakti is totally spiritual. What this movement is giving? In the society of Krishna consciousness, what is Krishna consciousness? Bhakti. In the society for bhakti, we give bhakti. But how do you give bhakti? You have to become a bhakta. And none of us actually asked for bhakti. Then he met devotees first time, did he ask for bhakti? Therefore it is called causeless mercy. Causeless mercy, because you didn't ask, but it was given. That's so nice. Devotees are so nice. Yeah. Did you ask? Did you ask bhakti? Nobody asked bhakti. He doesn't know what is bhakti. It is nirguna. But we are all totally in all the gunas. And not only all the gunas, we are in lower gunas. We are in tamoguna. So we didn't even know what is bhakti. The devotee is called causeless mercy. Prabhupada gives causeless mercy, because we don't ask. We didn't ask. Did we ask Krishna? We asked Prabhupada, we want bhakti. No, we didn't ask. When he came first, did you ask? No. But by fortune, we came to the great Acharya. He gave us bhakti. He gave a taste and service to Krishna. And once you get taste and service to Krishna, as we discussed yesterday night, we cultivate. So Chitraketu in the beginning was not ready for pure bhakti. He was ready for some kind of karma kanda. And that's what he did. He got karma kanda. He got him some prasadam from the worship of Twashta, some devata, and he had a child. That's karma kanda. And their karma was not allowing him to have a child, therefore the child died. And Narada already predicted, it will go Harsha Shoka. He can see, Narada can see past, present, future. He said, no child is there in the life. So even if I artificially create a child, it has to go. And why that karma? Maybe he was very irresponsible to the children in the previous life. So he has a karma, he was not a child now. And he was suffering acute pain because of that. So he was not ready for the platform bhakti. Therefore, even though he met a great devotee, he was not inclined, his mind was too much preoccupied with the material desires. Sometimes it happens, we meet people, if you want to give them Krishna consciousness, they don't want, but they are preoccupied with material desires, like Chitraketu. Correct? Anybody we meet in the society, what do you want to give him? We want to give him bhakti. But he's not ready. Something else is preoccupying his mind. Like Chitraketu, what are the mind preoccupied? I want this, I want a child who can be the king, who can rule this world. That was only his meditation. And not only one, we got many, many wives for that. And then Angira came, he saw the situation that this person can't accept bhakti now. So let me give him something, karma kanda. Okay, do this puja patha. He did it for him. I gave him the prasadam. But then any material thing anyway is temporary. It's not that he gave him the child will live forever. He has to die one day anyway. But generally a child dies later. Here the child died early. Why did the child die early? Because of his karma. Okay. As here he says, why don't you take it like that? The child was their enemy, so he went away, died early to give you pain. He was enemy, born as a child and went away to give the fun, have the fun of giving you so much pain as a father. So taking revenge in that way. So here, so many reasons the child has died. Chitraketu is crying loudly. And Angira Rishi has come first to give him the child, again comes back again to see him. And now he is ready for bhakti. And what are the folk kind of people ready for bhakti? Artho arthat jigyasu jnanicha bharata shapa. The person is in acute pain, the person who wants money, who was very inquisitive on knowledge, who was, as Chitraketu asked, acute pain, he is in too much pain. Okay, so in this situation, it was possible because he was pious living entity for him to progress towards bhakti. That is what is being promoted here. So not everybody in any situation can take. Sometimes some people are not ready. We have to wait when they become ready to accept bhakti. Bhakti means they wait, they get pleasure in service to Krishna. They are so keen, somehow if I can serve Krishna. So this is a very instructive chapter because we have Chitraketu here and he tried to get a child through the Angira. He got a child, but the child died. When the child died, the great sages came, and the sages came, they saw the whole situation. This person is in a great mess. They saw everything is in a great difficulty. They could see. And the whole family is crying. Chitraketu is also great pain, but they saw the positive aspect of it. What are the positive aspects they saw? He is ready for bhakti. He is ready for instructions now. So they started instructing Chitraketu. Now Chitraketu is ready for instruction. They understood the situation. Now let us instruct him. So we should also always seek an opportunity. Sometimes we go to somebody, we may not speak something that time. We'll always look for an opportunity when we can instruct him. Actually the word is waiting for spiritual instructions. But sometimes some people are preoccupied with something, they cannot take the instruction. So when you look for an opportunity, Krishna will give an opportunity, then you preach Krishna consciousness to him. And then the person becomes very, very happy. So here Chitraketu's condition is studied by Angira Rishi and he is a perfect teacher. He came at the right time, he did perfect thing at the perfect time. He could have instructed, he said Chitraketu that time, but no, that was too much material things are obsessed. But when the material thing was taken away and the Narada has brought back the child to life by his own mystic power, and Narada is instructing him. Whom is instructing? Chitraketu. What is happening to Chitraketu? Chitraketu is listening. Now he is in the right situation. He is absorbing the instruction of Narada. And Narada will now give him a mantra. If he chant the mantra, within 1 week he sees the Supreme Lord face to face. Okay, so it's possible, provided we take the instruction of the Shastra very seriously. We can also be blessed very quickly. Okay, but it is for us how sincere we want to be. Srila Prabhupada ki